Trigonometric ratios. In this lesson, we are showing some more relationships between the trigonometric ratios. So in our example 1, we are told to show that cosine theta sine squared theta plus cosine cubed theta over sine theta is equals to 1 over a, where a is given as tan theta. So here we are supposed to show that the left hand side is equivalent to the right hand side. So let us start working from the left hand side, where we have the cosine theta multiplied by the sine squared theta plus cosine cubed theta over sine theta. We can factor out in the numerator, we can factor out the cosine theta, cos theta into sine squared theta plus, because we have the cos theta outside, this one becomes cos squared theta over sine theta. Recall from the previous lesson that sine squared theta plus cosine squared theta is equal to 1. So here we can substitute with 1 and will remain with the cosine theta divided by sine theta. Again, recall from the previous lesson that sine theta over cosine theta was equal to tan theta, and this means that if we get the reciprocal of this side, we should also get the reciprocal of the other side. So this is the reciprocal of this, and therefore our cosine theta over the sine theta should be equal to 1 over tan theta, which is given as 1 over a. So because tan theta is given as a, this one will be equal to 1 over a, and we've shown. Now we go to example 2. In example 2, we are told to show that 1 minus cos theta into brackets 1 plus cosine theta over 1 minus sine theta into brackets 1 plus sine theta, all that is equals to tan squared theta. So we have to work out first the left hand side. We have 1 minus cosine theta multiplied by 1 plus cosine theta over 1 minus sine theta multiplied by 1 plus sine theta. I want us to recall the quadratic identities, where we have a minus b multiplied by a plus b is equals to a squared minus b squared. So this means that our numerator becomes 1 squared minus cosine squared theta over our denominator becomes 1 squared minus sine squared theta. Also recall that cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta is equals to 1, and therefore cosine squared theta can be written as 1 minus the sine squared theta, and that is 1, and our sine squared theta can also be written as 1 minus cosine squared theta. Let us substitute this in our expression there. We have 1 minus cosine squared theta. We write the sine squared theta over, in the denominator we have 1 minus sine squared theta, so we write cosine squared theta. Remember, sine theta over cosine theta is equal to tan theta, and therefore if we square this one, we also need to square the other side. So this implies that sine squared theta over cosine squared theta should be equal to tan squared theta, and that is what is in our right hand side. So we've already shown this. So this is shown.